Hey guys, Furo here, welcome to another sponsored Shadowverse video. It has been a while since we last checked out Midrange Shadowcraft, and since the deck was nerfed a bit with the latest balance patch, I thought it might be a good idea to give it another try. Midrange Shadowcraft is still a strong deck that emphasizes a sheer endless stream of skeleton and zombies who are getting spawned through various last words effect of your own followers. There is rarely a game situation in which you will have no followers on the board. Instead, you are creating a constant stream of threats for your opponent that he needs to address before going for your face. If you're therefore a fan of a zoo deck with a bunch of solid, resistant followers, Midrange Shadowcraft is the right choice for you. The card that was changed in the last patch at the end of August was the Demon Lord Ishtar. This powerful tool was introduced with the Tempest of the God expansion and was able to survive a bunch of balance patches before he finally got his nerf hammer. He used to be able to give you a board full of zombies, and that has been tuned down to only 2 zombies for a Necromancy 8 effect. Definitely a little setback, but, and that is a huge but, his finishing effect is still ready to go. So you are still pushing an additional 2 attack and rush on every of your followers for 1 turn, and you can still use this to finish your opponent in a relatively short amount of time through the huge burst potential. If your board already has 2, 3 or even 4 followers, you can increase the damage output for that turn by an additional 4 to 8 points, which might be already good enough to win the game. The Demon Lord is definitely more fair than he used to be, but the most important part is still the same as it used to, and hence the card is still very strong and you should keep him in your mid-range deck for sure. For your game plan, you should focus on creating a nice board state early on, summoning a lot of smaller units. After that, try to make it more resilient with a Prince Catacomb for example, and then finish your opponent with one of your burst cards. For burst damage you can use the Demon Lord, you can use Phantom Howl or also the Immortal Thane. All should be good enough to end the game between turn 7 and 9, making the games quick and satisfying. And with that in mind, we are now moving forward to the gameplay section. Alright guys, here we go, starting against the Bloodcraft player, very aggressive matchup. They'll need a decent start. We have a Lurching Corpse, little Soulsquasher, Prince Catacomb. So I kind of think we are dropping the little Soulsquasher for now and starting them with the Lurching Corpse and the Prince Catacomb maybe. Would be nice to clear the corpse early on. Let's redraw the Prince. Going for the Dark Conjurer and the Cerberus. No soul conversion, unfortunately. That would have been nice on the Lurching Corpse. Immortal Thane. Yeah, we might still start with the Lurching Corpse. And let's see how aggressive he's going. He's not dropping something on the first turn. There's a Skeleton Fighter, which is coming a bit too late, so we are dropping the Lurching Corpse for sure. And then next turn, Skeleton Fighter alongside a Dark Conjurer. Celestial Archer. That should be fine. There's also Demon Eater. Okay, cool. So we can just go then Demon Eater. Pushing 1 on the face, he's down to 19. Demon Eater is crushing the Lurching Corpse. We're drawing an extra card, we're killing his unit. Also getting another Skeleton Fighter, which is now getting buffed because we can use the Necromancy effect. So we have a 2-2 on the board, we have a 1-2 on the board. Definitely a stronger start than our opponent. Another Celestial Archer, so this one is down to the Skeleton Fighter. And then we can, oh perfectly. We can just drop another Skeleton Fighter here, we can play the Skull Beast, we can play the Dark Conjurer. It's a pretty decent board. Pushing 1 on the face. We have now the majority here on the board, our opponent has nothing on it. And on the next turn, Cerberus is already coming. Which is then giving us Mimi, giving us Coco, giving us additional damage. We can play another Cerberus 1 turn later. And then on turn 7, the Immortal Thane. Which should be all in all a very decent curve. We can do a lot with that. There's the Aggro Farrier, which is now buffing the other neutral unit on his board side. So that's a 3-3. And what are you killing? Killing the Conjurer, okay. Other Demon Eater? No, it will be the Cerberus, for sure. So that's an evolution. We have a 5-5 in here, we are killing his 3, we are killing the 4-2. Board is again getting cleared. And we want more units on the board, that's why we are using the 2 instead of the smaller units here. The more units you have on the board, the better it is for you. If you get a Prince Catacomb, you can just drop that, get more skeletons. If you have more units here, it's definitely helpful with the Immortal Thane, with the white that we get. It's more useful with the Demon Lord Ishtar. And that is mean. That is mean. So you can kill the unit without getting crushed. We might just go for another Cerberus, to be honest. That would be our last evolution point if we evolve that. Another option would be just using our buff cards here, but I think we're going for another Cerberus. We're gonna evolve again. Getting another Mimi, another Coco into the hand, which is a lot of damage. These are dealing an additional 8 points of damage. And we still have one left, so I think we are just buffing the unit here and pushing a bit more in the face. So that's 4 for now. He's down to 12. We have already an additional 6 in our hand that we can use on the next turn. So potentially he might be already going down on his next turn. If he can now not clear the whole board, if he cannot just drop some nice little wards on it. Well, that's not looking like it. He can kill our Cerberus.
You humans are always worrying.
He's sitting at 12 and we have nearly enough. So then I think we are keeping these 3 damage dealers. We're just dropping the Immortal Thane. Dealing some extra damage through the whites here. So we're killing his 7-2. And pushing one more in the face, plus we're dealing through from the whites. So he's then down to 9 and it's looking very, very good. As long as he's now not dropping an AoE destruction that is clearing everything. That's not super likely. That's just a Hector. Dealing 3 damage, it's still another one in his face. He can evolve, so that will be a 6-6. Which is good, I mean, but not strong enough. Goblin, yeah, more stuff on the board. So he should kill the king here. I mean, he could also kill the white. Then he's running into trouble if you kill the Hector. There we go. He's down to 4. And that means, let's see, that's 2, that's another 2. This one's done. We have 5 on the board. Are we missing 1, right? Damn, we are missing 1. Ah, well. Still, let's do it. Double Mimi is 4 damage on the Hector. We are then also dropping the Prince Catacomb, and we're going for the Coco. The Coco is buffing our big one, which leaves us with 7 damage. He's down to 1 now. We are still sitting at 16 life, and the game is potentially then over next turn. Because we are spawning the skeleton, so if he's clearing the board, we still have skeletons on the board, and we just need 1 point of damage here. Gruff, Montier, Captain again. Oh, this one is done. Still, skeletons are coming. And still, there is more damage on the board. So, it's over, right? Yeah, that's the Angel of the Word, and with that, the game is over. We have enough damage already here, and there's a concede. Easy peasy. Still 14 shadows left. Here we go again, and now it is Swordcraft as our opponent. Should be relatively easy for us, so most of the time you are favored against him in this matchup. Let's keep the little Soulsquasher also. This card is definitely more useful later in the game, but we need something for 2 as well. So I've got also a Celestial Archer. Can now decide if we prefer to play the Soulsquasher later to kill an evolved unit, or if we prefer the 1 extra point of damage from the Celestial Archer. Skeleton Fighter, that looks like a pretty good curve. Personally, I think we're going for the Celestial Archer. Just killing an evolution is better than just dealing 1 point of damage, in my experience. You might see it differently, but well, so let's be it. On the other hand, this one is a problem. Can be getting out of control, that's why we are going for the zombie party then. Kill it instantly. Normally, the small little hedgehog is not that huge of a deal, but from time to time, if you can snowball hard, here's a deal. Then it's just getting out of control. Bone Chimera. Great against the 3-1. He's still pushing 3 points of damage here, but well, so be it, so be it. Made leader, put a random commander from his deck into the hand. And we can evolve now. And that will be then the Celestial Archer. Gonna evolve, dealing 1 point of damage on the 3-1. We are of course killing the Devil 2 here as well. We are clearing his mate leader. That leaves us with 2 skeletons on the board. We have a soul conversion, so I really like to eat one of that. We're getting an extra card, we're getting an extra 2 cards, getting a Celestial Archer, dropping the Skull Beast. Everything is fine. Next turn, Cerberus. And then the stuff is starting. We can also play a little Soulsquasher, of course. If he's not dropping a huge evolution that we need to kill, I don't think so, but well, Never know. Luminous Mage. That's a free evolution. But the Luminous Mage will stay at 1 life, so we can just use one of the smaller cards here. Then there's no need to use a little Soulsquasher right now. Lurching Corpse. Well, that's also an idea. Lurching Corpse, Demon Eater. But for now, I think Cerberus is just a better choice. We are evolving. Getting Mimi, getting Coco, killing the 2-1, killing the 4-1. And still having some stuff on the board. And one in the face, he's down to 18. So if we need, we always have the chance to use the Lurking Corpse in combination with the Demon Eater. Then we are clearing the Lurking Corpse, we're drawing an extra card, and of course we're killing a unit. The Swordsman, a 4-5. So he's killing Cerberus. And that is a perfect board then for the Lurking Corpse Demon Eater, or we're going Little Soulsquasher. Little Soulsquasher is costing us then 4 shadows. And right now I think we kind of want to keep the shadows, so we're going Lurking Corpse, we're going for the extra card draw, healing his unit without investing anything. And there is another Cerberus, there's the Immortal Thane, which is pretty decent. And just with that, we might just push a bit more damage here. Go for the Mimi in the face, go for the Coco in the face, that's an additional 5 points of damage, it's down to 13. Next turn, probably Immortal Thane is coming, if we're not interested in playing the Cerberus, for example, or the party. Shield of Flame, he's killing the unit, Luminous Mage, another free evolution for him. So yeah, Immortal Thane looks fine.
Turn the power of hope to light. I'm stuck.
Ooh, we also got Demon Lord. We also got the Demon Lord. So if we drop him here, we would lose both zombies. Kinda like the Immortal Thane right now more. Are we just going Little Soulsquasher at Cerberus? That would also be a good idea. We can kill this one for free. More or less. Let's go for that. Let's kill the evolution. We are going for the Cerberus. We're killing the 2-1 as well. We have another strong board then. He's down to 3 cards. He's still keeping 1 evolution point. Probably has Albert in his hand. But right now we are sitting at 17 lives, so it will be tough for him. The Albert can push 10 on his 9th turn, and he needs to trade apparently. Alright, Immortal Thane it will be. Because we still have Mimi, we still have Coco, we can kill this one. So that's additional damage that we can do. Additional 2 in the face, is down to 11, board is again getting cleared. It's looking very good. So whatever he is interested in doing, he needs to defend. And if he needs to defend, he has no chance to just push the Albert in the face, for example. If he's not dropping Albert, he's evolving, and then he can kill this one and one of these, or he's killing these 2 guys, then he's not evolving. See, he is evolving, so this one is down. Which is working. Oh wait, he's just going face? Oh wow. That is indeed unusual. So we have 8 on the board. If we just drop the Demon Lord here, we have enough to kill him. So we are just going for that. Plus we can still use the Coco and bash Beth even more in the face. And there's the conceit. Fast and Furious, we're winning another round.